Konnichiwa. We're here in Osaka, Japan. This is actually a short walking trip from our home, this really pretty spot in this really bustling city. But this is our 2-month update, and we wanted to share what the Lord's been doing in our life, kind of where we're at, and just kind of take you on a little bit of a journey with us of what a day looks like for us. Amy's going to tell you a little bit about our neighbors and all the things that pertain to adjusting to life in Osaka.
Since moving into Osaka and to our house, we have had the opportunity to begin meeting our neighbors. At the advice of our friends Yo and Mikuni Shirato, we brought a small gift to several of the neighbors around. It was a great opportunity to learn their names and to converse a little bit with them. Since then, we've had multiple interactions with them. They come out, they love to see our children off to school, they love to see our children playing, and I'll often come over to say hello and say a few words as we're coming and leaving. We also have been just learning to live life here in Japan. We're learning where to grocery shop, where to buy your toothpaste, where to buy and to get all the things that we need to function well here.
It has been fun for our family to get to play the role of tourists for a little bit in Osaka. Osaka is one of the most tourist-driven communities that are out there. It's a short trip, about an hour away from Kyoto, and with all the sights to see in Osaka and Kyoto, it really is an exciting place to live. This has been a blessing for our family to see new things and get to see the heartbeat of Japan. During our time here, we've also began our language learning. We began meeting with a one-on-one conversation helper. She comes to our house about 3 times a week where we sit and we take some of our training that we received in Colorado and we implement that into our language learning. Then she also helps us with getting through our daily life in Japan. Any questions we have, how to pay our bills, how to get to certain places, she's been a huge assistance to us. We have felt, however, though, that as we've adjusted quicker than we imagined, and we're looking to actually start language school earlier than we first thought. We do have schools set up to begin in October of this year, but we're looking at starting a 3-month course at one of the surrounding schools.
One of our main things that we have been doing has been getting our kids adjusted to school life here in Osaka. They started in the public school on April 10th. Since then, they have been going regularly to school. Our 2 oldest kids, Eliane and Hannah, will travel once or twice a week by subway to another school to take Japanese classes and then come back on their own. All of our kids have been growing in independence since we arrived. Having our kids in the public school has really put us into the community. As a result of them going to school, we have met many people. I was so thankful and blessed to meet my friend Kyo, who speaks quite good English, and she's been just a blessing to get to know and also answers any questions about school that I need. We are praying for gospel opportunities with her and with all the other moms that God has allowed us to meet.
It really has been a big faith step for our family, sending our kids to Japanese school and watching them go by themselves in this tremendously big city, hopping on a subway, getting to their school, going back on a subway to their other school, and then walking home by themselves was a little bit scary for us at first, but we're blessed to live in a very safe community, and it's really been an exciting journey to watch our kids grow in the Lord with this. We would like to ask you to pray for us for a couple things. This might sound like a generic request, but I would like to ask you to genuinely pray that the Lord would lead individuals specifically to Osaka. We have been here now 2 months and we have walked around, we've been on the subways, we've been all over the city, and we've only seen an incredibly small number of churches, and we don't even know if these are gospel preaching churches. We're doing some networking in surrounding areas, and we trust that the gospel is at work here, but we are aware that there is a tremendous need in this city. We would like to ask you to pray specifically that the Lord would send laborers to Osaka. The gospel is needed here. It is one of the lowest percentages in the world right now with the gospel, and we do need a gospel rush to come into this community here. We'd also like to ask you just to pray for our faith to be big. We know that this place is labeled the graveyard of missions, and for us to be reminded constantly that our God is bigger than the things that we see with our eyes. we'd like to ask you to pray that the Lord would put a faith in us that God can do a tremendously great things, and that we would have the faithfulness to pursue them at each step. We love you guys. We miss you. We hope to be getting you these updates every single month here. And I just thank you for your support in prayer and financial support that you give to our family. God is at work, and we trust that He's going to do great things in this very needy city.